My name is Brian Logan. I play bass trombone with the Houston Jazz Orchestra. Today I'm going to be demonstrating and discussing the 2022-23 Texas All-State Jazz Bass Trombone Etudes. I hope it helps. Hi everyone, so this is Etude 3. Let's get into it a little bit. The first 75% of this etude is very playable, and then we have something pretty difficult on the last two lines, and there is no all-state cut, so you have to play it. Again, on this etude, very similar to the second etude, we have straight eighth notes, and then it goes to swung eighth notes, so it goes back and forth, which I have not seen in over 20 years of doing these etudes. I don't think I've seen that very many times. But so at 160, this tempo is no joke. So you're going to need to practice it slow for a long time. My suggestion would be to start at 75 or 80. If 80 is too fast, we're going to go even slower, okay? The straight eighth notes still need inflection, even though they're straight eighth notes, okay? So, we don't want it to be just very boring when it's straight eighth notes. Listen to my recording. You can kind of copy my inflection if you want. Measure 6, you have a B natural. Be careful. You've had flats before that, and there's an A flat in the measure, so you may think it's B flat, but it is B natural. Measure 12 and 13 is a pretty cool line, 13, 14, 15. That's a neat line that Chris wrote. And measure 22 and 23. So 22 is straight, 23 is swung. Okay, so you're going to have to play that slow for a while till you understand how to switch gears like that. There's not any time, to switch gears. It's just immediate at 23. So listen to my recording, maybe slow the YouTube video down and listen to what I do right there. Okay, I think F in 6, then measure 24, because you don't want to go from 1 to 5 at this tempo, and you really don't want to play the C flat in V1. Let me talk about my terminology here for just a second. So when I'm pushing the F valve down, I'm going to say T for trigger, okay? When I push the F valve down, I'm going to say V for valve, okay? When I use them together, I'm going to say X. I've always thought that my fingers kind of make an X, and so that just made sense to my brain years ago, and my students have caught on to that, and it just works for us. So the last two lines, welcome to the toughest part of all three etudes, actually. Even if you get all the notes right, breathing is still a whole nother challenge here because there's hardly anywhere to breathe. You have 2 little bitty quarter rests, and that's it. And then just a few little eighth rests, which maybe you shouldn't even breathe at those eighth rests. So at the beginning of it, definitely C sharp and X2 to D and X1. Measure 28, that triplet. My suggestion, watch my video. What I do is 5th, and then V4, and then 5, V4, and then V5 for the D sharp, and then X flat 5 for the low B natural. So that triplet is possible if you follow those positions. If you do other positions, it's going to sound awkward. There's a lot of valve work in the last two lines, okay? So bass trombone players, let's have an honesty moment here for a second, okay? Oil your valves, okay? I hear players all the time, either on recording or players will come and see me, and it's just clankety, 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 clank with their valves. It's like they just don't know what to do. My suggestion would be Hetman oils, which are unfortunately hard to get right now, but Hetman 11 and Hetman 15, they're ball joint oil, or you may need new bumpers, okay? This is a big thing with bass trombone, okay? We have a lot of hardware here, we have to take care of it, okay? And I don't want to, be distracted by your performance because your instrument is just so clanky and loud on the last two lines. So anyways, practice slow, practice half tempo, okay? You can play this. Let me encourage you, if you're thinking about doing this audition, you absolutely should. This is going, if you're a classical player, attempting to do jazz, this is going to make you a better classical player. So don't be scared of it. Go for it, okay? All right, good luck. Hi, everyone. I hope these videos helped. If you got a lot out of it, please subscribe. Help our cause on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Look forward to hearing you. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions.